coach, in fact, Mohamed Amin Aliua, did say, "I am the main person responsible for this defeat." After speaking after the semi-final, "I take responsibility even for everything. The girls did everything right, and we will focus on the small final. Even if the disappointment hurts, we will continue to do our best in our last game." So, the coach really doing everything he can to take the pressure off of the players. Nancy Amo, the Ampem Darkoa midfielder, who's impressed so much in the middle of the midfield. Well, we'll get back to that in a moment. I'll have a look at the lineups first. So then, two changes from the side beaten 1-0 by the Mamelodi Sundowns 3 days ago in their semi-final. The Mafia and Niame and Ampem Darkoa coming in to a revamped front three after they failed to score against the South Africans. That means that Safa Banouk and Fatima Tagnaut both drop to the bench. Worth noting as well that there's a huge difference in ages between these two sides. For ASFAR, about 6 players over the age of 30. In fact, the entire team is older than even the oldest player playing for the Ghanaian opponents tonight, bar one, and that's Ampem Darkoa, who comes in for her first start of the tournament. Quick look at the officials then. So Nansino Twanyanyukwa from Namibia is the lady with the whistle in the middle. Bernadetta Quimbira from Malawi, and Nancy Kasitu from Zambia, her assistants with the flags. VAR will be run by Maria Rive from Mauritius. And look then at the Ampem Darkoa side. Nanajo Darkoa also making 2 changes from that side that went all the way through extra time and penalties and the heartbreak that went with it. 2 changes, seeing Fatou Ashetu, the goalkeeper who played in the opening 2 games of the tournament, is now back between the sticks for the Ghanaians in place of Charlotte Adjai. And also another change in midfield as well, with Linda Owusu Ansah back from suspension that saw her miss out on that semi-final, taking the place of the 14-year-old Latifa Abesic in the centre of the pitch. But just again to compare those ages of the squad of the starting 11s, even so 6 players over 30. Everyone on the ASFAR team older than even the oldest player on the Ampem Darkoa side, apart from Ampem Darkoa, who was just 19. For Ampem Darkoa, the entire team made of teenagers between the ages of 15 and 19, apart from 2. The captain, Ophelia Amponsa, who is a ripe old age of 20, and then the grand oldie of the side, Martha Apaya, the left back, who was all of 21. So every single player born in this millennium, well, the coach certainly wasn't though, Nanajo Darkoa, and we're pretty much ready to get underway now. Just waiting for the last few bits to be put in place. Last few warm-ups. Nerves jangling as the whistle goes then here in Kohogo. And the whistle goes again. What's happened here? I think we're going to redo the start. Could be. A little bit surprised to see the rain falling here. In fact, we are going to have a restart then. So ASFAR, as we've seen with the men's team as well, in their preferred strip tonight of predominantly black. Came from right to left in the first half, their opponents in predominantly blue. Be very interesting to see just how ASFAR approach this game, having lost against these same opponents in their opening game of the tournament. They then won their other 2 matches in the group They never really were perhaps as dominant as they did last year on their way to the title. Maybe this is a team that needs a little bit of refresh. As we say, 6 players in this starting 11 over the age of 30, which is women's football especially quite rare to see. It's Comfort Yeboah, 16-year-old right back, sees that ball safely out of play. Under pressure, Ghislaine Shini. Best of goal kicks, and there's a problem here with and they're lucky that the intercept came in there, because of course with the defender taking that goal kick, very easy to play the opponent onside if they pick up the ball high up the pitch there, which is almost exactly what happened. So something to be a little bit careful of. Obviously Fatau Ashetu one for taking the goal kicks herself. She can help it. Seen with ASFAR, they will be patient. They like to have plenty of the ball. Nice interception there by Amaraka, as the long diagonal ball tried to get in between the full-back and the centre-back. Possession in the early moments here, trying to press forward, but that ball is well won in midfield, and now Amponsa come forward. Moyo and Ponsa again. The cross wasn't the best, was it? Tracy Twan was just a little bit too far out to the right, and now immediately ASFAR on the counter-attack here. The ball opened up a little bit. Couldn't resist having a pop goal. She didn't have a lot of support with her, to be fair, the 19-year-old. Good control, nice turn there as well. A lot of power on the shot, though. Keeper seeing that safely past the post. Again, Amaraka with the goal kick. Getting a lot of distance, and again they're in trouble here straight away from the goal kick. The shot comes in from distance, and that's sailed a little bit high and wide. Al-Haj it was this time. I think Ampem Darkoa might have to try and find another way of dealing with these restarts. That's 2 goal kicks that have gone straight to the opponent in their own half as well. Better one, much better. Done well to get away with the ball there. Good work from Tracy at 12. Number 9 over on the right-hand side, who just ran forward into a slightly offside position, I think. There couldn't be given the out ball. Forward patiently again. Clash in midfield between Nancy Amo, Ghislaine Shebak. Foul going the Ghanaians' way. Comfort Yeboah, number 13, about to take this one. She's been so impressive in this tournament, I must say, just 16 years of age. And the composure to stand up and take a penalty in the semi-final. As the shot comes in, it goes flies wide. Mount there on the left. Just to go back to Comfort Yeboah, the right back, she's So she scored the early penalty in the semi-final. And later in that same first half, made a critical error to score an own goal. But the way she reacted to that was to play fantastically for the rest of the game. Until it got to the penalty shootout when she cracked her spot kick against the bar. That's an example, I think, of this being a team that they're good enough to make it to this stage now. You look at the age of the side, you think you give them another couple of years together, and this could be a future winner of this tournament if they continue to develop the way they have, produce the sort of performances that they have here in the Côte d'Ivoire. The mix-up at the back, eventually stabbed clear. Instructions coming from the bench. Middle from the back there, not liked by the referee. Poku is getting the wrong side and making contact with the Moroccan player. It's athletically cleared. Picked up at the back by Bukami. Checks her options. And Haj there giving the ball away. Ampem not keeping the ball particularly well at the moment when they do get possession. We saw that against Casablanca as well. They're not a team that are going to pass you to death or anything, but they will attack with pace. There's certainly plenty of talent up there if they can keep their composure. So they're all very young. The front three are, what, two of them are 19 years old, the other one's 17, Mabel Moyo, but Tracy Twum and Jennifer Owasua, also both teenagers, so they are lacking a little bit of experience. Of course, this is their first time in this tournament as well, so they came into this tournament with zero experience at this level against ASFAR, who, apart from Mamelodi Sundowns, are absolutely the most experienced women's team, at least in Africa. Nishi tries to kick out Shiri there with the goal kick, but didn't quite get that one right, and now it's Ampem trying to attack down the left, but again slightly sloppy with the passing. Might take the Ghanaians a little while actually to get into this game. Just to try and hear those memories from 3 days ago. That's picked up. Or given away, then given straight back. All held up by Duha. Bringing others into play, and they're running in behind here, and the keeper needs to come off a line. She hasn't. Fortunately for her, Abina Rapoku was there to poke that behind for a corner. Poco, in fact, playing both the ASFAR players on side. Eventually cleaned up her own mess. The corner comes in. Now a chance for the Ghanaians on the counter-attack, maybe. Tracy Twum forced to go backwards, but at least Ampem keeping possession this time. Comfort Yaboa. Twum immediately tackled. Poku smacks that up the right touchline. Building again, badly twisting and turning in midfield, finds a lovely little ball there for the run. The ball back across from Shabak. The volley missed. Claims for a handball, not given. Just on the edge of the area. And then the foul comes in from Fatima Demos. Ampem tried to play on the counter-attack. Lovely play, though, from Badri. Well, possibility of handball. It's not in the penalty area, though, so I don't think VAR will get involved with that. Waiting to take the free kick here. Taking a little while over this. That might have been the VAR check to see if there was a penalty for handball. Not the best of defensive clearances there, but that's really well won in midfield by Ghislaine Shiri, number 15 on this near side. Back across to Rabat. Bikami again. And the ball into midfield, but I'm about to say it had been lost there, but suddenly ASFAR with the ball again, and I think Shabak keeping hold of it a little while there, but she's played a nice little 1-2, the shot deflects. That's going to go out for a corner, is it? I think it is. Good build-up play here. A bit surprised maybe the keeper didn't try to keep that ball in, knowing it was going out for a corner. Looked like she could have got to it if she had wanted to. Now 6 ASFAR players in and around the penalty spot. And we do have to take it. Delivers it long, the keeper comes for it, fumbles it, it's been cleared off the line, the danger not cleared yet to her. And that was supposed to be a pass for Shabak. Well, that was a close run thing at the back there for Ampem. Ball delivered just onto the edge of the 6-yard box. Sure we'll get a replay next time the ball goes out of play. ASFAR happy to dominate possession. And I think happy to sit back and try and play on the counter-attack when they can at the moment. And sloppily put out of play though by Diana Amawako. Here's the corner then, so it comes in. The keeper came for it, dropped it. Oh. Well, Mafia Niame restored to the starting lineup today. Had the shot, saw it cleared off the line. As the rain continues to fall here after 15 minutes. So much for the weather forecast we were looking at. Another corner, this time to be taken by Badri. This time going long towards the penalty spot. Benzina was there trying to get the head in, but didn't quite get the direction right. It's a reflex shot, that was well blocked as well, and eventually it stabbed clear. Benzina, I think, just mistiming her jump a little bit. Scored the own goal that saw Ampem win the clash between these two sides in the group phase. So one thing to remind you of as well is that in the previous 2 editions of this tournament, the 3rd, 4th place match has always been decided in the full 90. No extra time here if it's not decided in 90 minutes. So I think we'll just go, I do believe at least we'll go straight to penalties. chance for the Ghanaians to bring the ball forwards here. Osuensa. It's fouled as she tried to come forward. Comfort Yeboah flings the ball into the centre, but it's well cleared. Diana now brings it forward. There's loads of space over on that left-hand side, but the flag eventually goes up for that. I'd say she did. Certainly looked offside, didn't she? Have a look here. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that was tight. ASFAR there, but then Zena immediately able to intercept the ball forwards. Certainly Ampem more direct with their passing than their Moroccan opponents. I think for ASFAR, the thing that will really sting is that their domestic rival Sporting Club Casablanca are in the final, but ASFAR are not. ASFAR very much the dominant force in women's football in Morocco. 8 consecutive Ligue 1 Feminine titles they've won now. 10 in total. Since 2016, they've won every single title. 10 Women's Cup as well, they've won. That ball being threaded through by Mabel Amoyo. Didn't quite match with the runs being made. Starting to see Ampem maybe press it up high a little more up the pitch now. It will be hard for them having played that. So they had the later of the 2 semi-finals, and it went to extra time. The keeper coming a long way off the line. She's missed that ball completely, and she's been bailed out here. My word. Ball still not out of play. Comfort Yeboah eventually puts it out. My, oh my, what was the keeper doing here? She came for it, realised she couldn't go for it with her hands, completely misjudged the bounce. Nana Darkoa, so he's given starts to all 3 of the keepers in his squad through this tournament. He's now back on the one that he started with back on match days 1 and 2. As the shot comes in from Twan, that will be a corner, I believe. First corner of the game, in fact, for Ampem. Plenty of fans in the covered areas. Swung in, left-footed. Chip to the back post, not clear. Leave for another corner. Good delivery here. Looked like it might have come off Benzema. Oh, indeed, Shiri. Either way, it's another corner. This time, Jennifer Owasua will take it. Your blue shirts to aim at in the area. 6 of them goes for the long chip. Just about headed away. Comfort Yeboah picks it up. Immediately goes out to the right to try and pick up the return pass. Does well here, does Yeboah. Can she get the cross in? No, she can't quite. Will be, though, blue shirt throw. Work out the work it might have done. little bit of confusion on the edge of the area, and perhaps the better part of the opportunity was missed. Missed kick there completely. And a bit of a mix-up on the edge of the area. Was that with the missing? Oh, it was just a little deflection, I think it was, off of the foot of Chebak, which meant Filia Amponsa missed her kick there. She was just about by the penalty area, or penalty spot even. Zina tries to bring Paul forwards, does well. Chebak cuts inside, tries to thread the pass through the keeper. No, get on to that. Kicks out to Rusuansa. The long ball looking for Twum. She's probably not going to win that one in the air. Although given away by ASFAR. Now into space, one for Tracy Twum to run onto. She's got plenty of space to aim at. She had three teammates as well running into the box. That is very well defended in the end by Sihan Bakami. 41-year-old centre-back. Dealing with the danger. Corner comes in, keeper comes for it. Very good, strong punch. All the way out to the far edge of the area. The danger not gone yet, though. Nice cross in, and that's just wide of the umpire. Oh well. Ampem sparking into life here, just after the 20-minute mark. Keeper might have had that covered. Good build-up though from Ampem Darkoa. Ball forwards and not a lot of movement in front of her. Shooting. And back to Rabat again, all the way back now to Emishi. Benzina brings the ball over the halfway line. Lots of ball into the channel, nicely taken down as well. Very cool interception. Orasua, she's been bustled off of the ball there. Danger not gone yet, and the ball chipped in. Couldn't quite find the run though. Najat Badri. Keeper happy enough to collapse onto that. Just made the run between the centre backs, so there's perhaps arguably too big a gap between Opoku and Morocco. Hit the 25-minute mark, still goalless so far here in Kohogo. Ball intercepted by Benzina. Now Badri bringing the ball forwards. Battling away, but eventually hustled off the ball, and now Ampem looked to play on the counter-attack, but that ball too far ahead of Moyo. So far, ASFAR with 70% of the ball. 5 shots to Ampem's 4. You look at the XG though, the expected goals, and it's Ampem who are leading that particular statistic, so it's not just about having possession, it's what you do with it. by Moyo, holding that ball up with 3 ASFAR players around her. Conflict Yaboa comes forward, but dribbles past one, dribbles though into another opponent. Ball given away, but quite cleared by Poku yet. Eventually stabs the ball down the line, only to be picked up by Shiri. Rabah. Look on the foot. Dona Amoako. The challenge coming in from Mamadouha. Forwards, one in the air by Moyo. Sua dispossessed though. ASFAR, I was going to say under pressure, then all of a sudden the press retreated. That's well played from Gislan Shevak, captain, 33-year-old, using her experience to keep the ball, draw the foul. Short when playing out of defence. Zena comes forward but is just tripped up as she tries to break through the lines. And just had a right foot slightly trodden on. Should be able to run that one off. It will hurt a little bit, but bruise up in the morning, but that's after the tournament. There's a game to go on here, along with the bronze medal. Zena to orchestrate things from the back. Certainly looks comfortable bringing the ball forwards, doesn't she? Tournament, one of the 2 hot favourites who all went wrong with their opening day defeat, obviously, against today's opponents. Just wonder if there's a little bit of sort of a mental scar from that game, because they don't seem as assured as they might be. Ampem giving as good as they get, despite working with very little possession at the moment. Now they're with the ball high up the pitch. Plenty of making the run there, and well, Suansa nearly latching on to that. She'd have been clean through on goal as well if she had. Ampem still in possession of the ball, lifted into the area. Ampem again though, winning the ball on the pitch, drawing the foul as well. Julia Ponsa just grabbed. Hack from behind. It's moving there though, so the free kick needs to be retaken. shot from distance, and not actually all that far wide in the end. Well, nothing if not optimistic. That was, what, 45 yards? That's nearly on the halfway line. I was trying to think the last time I saw someone score a free kick from that far out. I think it was Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Well, this is promising now for Ampem. Tracy Twa tries to wrap her foot round it. Not far away from it, creeping in under the crossbar, actually, that cross. But just trying to think, yeah, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, the former Bayer Leverkusen midfielder, Turkish international, but he scored one from about the halfway line against Borussia Dortmund. That must have been all of like 7 or 8 years ago at least. I don't think I've seen anyone score a free kick from that sort of distance since. Or for that matter, I don't think I've seen someone score a free kick from there before either. So definitely optimistic to have a pop from there, but then I guess what she's hoping for is if the keeper stops it, that she doesn't actually catch it, she spills it, and then there's people following in. That's talking of following in, they're streaming forward here, ASFAR, and the keeper's missed it. The keeper missed the deflection, and it's been put in by Mafia Niame, the youngest player on this ASFAR side. Breaks the deadlock here in this third, fourth place playoff. It's taken over half an hour to do it as well. Move, the deflection coming off Diana Amoako, the keeper. Unfortunately, slightly sent the wrong way. Couldn't get to the deflected ball. And Niame made no mistake. First goal of the tournament for her then. For the 19-year-old. So just as they did in their match in the group stage, it's ASFAR that have taken the lead. And they have held on to it this time. Last time round, there were 2 goals in, what, 4 minutes in the second half for Ampem Darkoa, which swung the contest their way. And I think from what we've seen of them so far in this game, they look capable, certainly, of scoring against this ASFAR defence. Is that goal equally going to give ASFAR perhaps a bit more confidence here to really play their best stuff as Badri takes the safer option at the back. Zina again the one to bring the ball out of defence, and the ball being given away in midfield here, and there are what, 5-6 Ampem players in this attack now. If they use the ball right, this could be very good indeed. Tracy Twa now on the right-hand side. Can she get a cross in from the byline? Yes, she can. To the far post. Here comes the volley. Oh, fantastic save. Khadija Eremishi flung herself low to her left, got her fingertips on it. And somehow Ampem Darkoa aren't back on level terms. Great move here. Fantastic volley. Even better save. Fantastic reflexes from the Moroccan #1. Great technique on the volley as well. So the keeper might have bruised herself making that save. Really good play down the right-hand side. And Moyo on the volley. Difficult skill. Good save by the goalkeeper at full stretch. Looks like she's took a couple of contusions there on her left side as she landed from making the save. Substitutes looking on anxiously. Two substitute keepers on the bench, of course, for ASFAR. But at the corner to defend here. Swung in, left-footed, straight at the keeper, who punches it up rather than away. And another header doesn't get the job done either. Mo gets the ball across, again headed up rather than away. Headed towards goal, but it just goes wide, really. Oh, good response by Ampem Darkoa to going behind. Nearly an immediate equaliser, more pressure from the set piece as well. ASFAR definitely looking a bit creaky at the back with those set pieces. I'm sure the Ampem Darkoa coaching team will have been seen that. Made a note for the second half. Now ASFAR, the game stretches just a little bit. Eventually they just take it easy, play the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper. Ball forwards again. Benzina. Badri unable to bring the ball under her spell there. Comfort the bow now on this near side. Ball in play. Nancy goes for the long ball forwards, headed away though by Benzina. With the ASFAR back three, may need to try and release one of those central defenders. The ball comes forward here, and the keeper again has been beaten to it, and she stayed down. Referee gives a free kick against ASFAR. In the army says what, who, me? Well, she just clipped the keeper as she went past, but she won the ball as well, so she might feel a little bit aggrieved that the free kick's gone against her. Any sort of contact to the face, and there's going to be stoppage of play these days. Another look at the goal. That looked like Deborah Brown on the sidelines. Didn't look particularly happy about it, did she? She played in the third of the group games before being dropped for the semi-final. With Charlotte Adjai coming on in her place. Comfort Yeboah brings the ball forward, tries to thread it down the right, but couldn't quite pick out Tracy Twum. 4 minutes to go before the break, plus any stoppages. ASFAR club beating Ampem Darkoa by 1-0 as they were at this stage of their group phase encounter, and that was an important interception in midfield. The clearance going to a dark shirt though. This time Tracy Twum was picked out. Ampem here, room to move into, but that's a very important tackle from Najat Badri. She can't get things going down the right-hand side either. Ball looking. Tracy Twum scored twice in the third of their group matches. Ampem, the win over Hurricanes, which put them through to the semis. ASFAR still a lot of defending to be done here, but then the ball given away on the edge of the ASFAR area. Maybe the Moroccans can play on the counter-attack here. Duha looking for the long ball forward, and it's been misdefended. Miss kick. All sorts of trouble here. The shot comes in, and that's actually a good save down to her right. Fatal Ashetu. Nyame fancying a second goal of the half. It was a defensive mistake. I think it was Amoaka who had miscued a clearance. Referee just wanting the corner. Wait a moment, wanted a little word with a couple of the players in the middle. A bit too much of the bumping and boring going on in there. Roberto, I think the lady wanted to get the talking to. Dark shirts to Emma Mamu. Offering the corner short, comes into the front post and well. I think that's a defensive header onto the crossbar. The whistle had already gone though. Suansa, I think, would want to have gone down. It was Diana, in fact, who headed it against her own crossbar. I think there's some contact a little bit further back to the number 5 there. Inadvertent tread on the toes, I think. Well, considering that the rebound was eventually tucked into the net, I think Ampem Darkoa are a little bit lucky. Quite frankly, let's not be 2 goals down. So ASFAR will definitely want to close out the bronze medal tonight. Kick goes long. The Ghanaian players is down for 3 minutes, just plus whatever is added on for this particular stoppage. Making contact with the back of the head, nasty. Lofted in towards the penalty spot. Picked up by Duha. Loses out on this near side. Boa now. Grabs across the pitch, forced to go backwards. ASFAR streaming out with a high press here. Oh, and they've done well as well. Great pace shown by El Haj. ASFAR coming forwards here. Shabak waits in the middle, and that's 2 now. The sucker punch on the counter-attack. ASFAR are back go 2 goals up, and it's the captain, Ghislain Shebak, for the first goal of the competition. And that was clinical, absolutely clinical. Ampem were pressed back, and that was just, they just flicked the switch, didn't they, ASFAR? Everyone went on the press, won the ball high up the pitch, and from that point on, Ampem were in big, big trouble. Fantastic play from Hanane El Haj. A lovely ball in to pick out the run of Shebak. She made no mistake. Header into the corner. The keeper no chance. And ASFAR 2 goals to the good here in the first half of this third, fourth place playoff. Just into the final moments of this first half, Ampem Darkoa. I think you could argue a little bit unlucky to be 2 goals down. They've not had as much possession as their opponents, but when they have had the ball, they have looked dangerous. But now another ball over the top, and this time the keeper comes for it and just about stays in her area. I think fair to say that for the Ampem Darkoa coach in 4 games cycled through 3 different goalkeepers. Now in this third, fourth place playoffs, got back to the original keeper he started the tournament with. I think fair to say, I don't think she exactly inspires confidence with some of her handling so far. So that's part of the team that can be improved on in future years. Shetsu, the goalkeeper, is now only 15 years of age, so he got some growing to do as well, physically and mentally. As the ball goes forward, and our referee brings a first half to a close. It's been entertaining stuff so far, has to be said. ASFAR and Ampem both going forwards, trying the best to win the game rather than not lose it. But in the end, well, a lucky deflection and a defensive mistake for the first, and then just absolutely clinical counter-attack for the second. The difference between the two sides, the inquest continues for the Ghanaians as they come off, prepare at least to come off the pitch. Mafia Niame restored to the starting lineup tonight for this third, fourth place playoff. Back to the opening goal after the keeper missed a looping deflection. Fatou Ashetu on her return to the starting lineup for Ampem Darkoa. That was 33 minutes in. Ampem then had a couple of really good chances to get back on level terms, but Khadija Eremishi simply not too good. A couple of corking saves from the Moroccan goalkeeper. He passed far ahead, and then first half injury time. The clinical counter-attack started by Hanane El Haj and finished with the head of Ghislain Shebak. It's put ASFAR 2 goals to the good here. Take a 2-0 lead against Ampem Darkoa into the second half. That's north of the Côte d'Ivoire. Coming up, the second half of the fourth place playoff match from the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League between ASFAR Rabat of Morocco and Ampem Darkoa of Ghana. And it's the Moroccans in the box seat at half-time. Mafe Niami opening the scoring after 33 minutes, helped by a deflection and a goalkeeping error from Fatou Eshetu. Ghislaine Shabak then in first half injury time, putting a clinical finish to a stunning counter-attack. To put the Moroccans 2 up against the side that beat them 2-1 in their opening group match back at the start of the month. And there's going to be a change here then from the Ghanaians, as Mabel Amoyo comes off, to be replaced by Yan Yamai, 21-year-old. So with that, Darkoa gets back underway in this second half. They're in their all-blue strip, picking from right to left. ASFAR, as followers of African football will know, in their usual predominantly dark strip, with red stripes down the front. The ball given away there on the right-hand side and then chipped over the top, looking for the run of Yan Yamaya. Ampem Darkoa do about this 2-goal lead. They were nearly back on level terms with the scores at 1-0, but for a fantastic save from Eremishi. Down low to the left to push away a really nice volley from Jennifer Owasua. Well, with around 70% of possession in the first half, but we'll hope to continue that sort of domination in the second. The problem with playing a team like Ampem is that they don't really need a lot of possession in order to put the opposition under pressure. They're young, they're youthful, they're quick. They turn defence into attack very fast indeed. We've seen that in the first half here as well. They've created some good opportunities, haven't quite managed to put things together in the opposition penalty box just as yet. Kami again, bringing the ball out from the back. Operating with the back three, much the same as the Mamelodi Sundowns, actually, their arch rivals. They beat in last year's final. Of course, they lost 1-0. The same South African opponents in the semi-final this year. Kami brings the ball over the halfway line, now spreads it to this near side. Again, a little bit slow to come out, but eventually gets there. 15-year-old number one, maybe just lacking a little bit of confidence at the moment. Space over on that right-hand side now, so Comfort Yaboa brings the ball forward, chips it in towards the D. Longer. Well, that's intercepted, but then miscontrolled. And intercepted for a second time there by Martha Rapaya. Yep. Oldest player on this in this side. Turns 22 in March next year. To give you an idea of just how youthful this Ampem Darkoa side is. as we've said before, throughout the tournament, is one of those sides, along with JKT Queens, actually, who were in Group A and were one game away from going through, with a loss in their final group game against Casablanca meant that the Moroccans went through. They've obviously gone on to reach the final now, and the JKT Queens had to go home, but they were also a very young side, even younger, if anything, than Ampem are. Another side that I feel that if they can qualify again in future years, that if they can keep that nucleus of the team going, there's an awful lot of improvement that can happen. They've got a very high ceiling, and you get the same impression with this Ampem Darkoa side as well. They're young and inexperienced, and they're still at this stage. They were unlucky not to get through that semi-final, really, having taken the lead twice in that match against a much more experienced Casablanca 11. Do in this second half. That's ball well done by Yanyamaya. All the space over the right-hand side now. It's getting outside of that ASFAR back three. Right, the 1-2 there, played off an opponent, and then eventually the shot coming in from Linda Suansa. That was the 1-2 that inadvertently played with an opponent, and then the shot came in. It was just Lena Shabak, actually. Who received the ball, didn't have time to really react, just let the ball bounce off her and went straight back to the opponent. Do here at that's well played from Morosua. Siamo, aggressive, sort of really anchoring the midfield for Ampem in this tournament. A really good game in the semi-final, actually. Options eventually finds a patch on the right-hand side. There could be something on here. And that's very well played. And the back comes across, and then the shot is blocked just outside the 6-yard box. Well, that could have been easily 3-0. A great run down the right-hand side it was from Ampem Darkoa. Cross came in. Got the better of Martha Apaya. Cross came in just behind one, set up nicely. And then a really important block coming in from the Bina Apoku. Now another slick 1-2 on the edge of the area, and then the shot comes in. That's off the upright. I don't think the keeper got a touch on that one. ASFAR starting to go through the gears here early in the second half of this third, fourth place playoff. Fantastic strike. Keeper will say she had it covered, obviously. He's all the way back to the goalkeeper now. She changes the point of attack. That's a pity, actually, because the header had stayed in play. There'd have been a player in behind there on that left flank. Comfort Yaboa drawn out of position by the movement. well dealt with at the back, but Ampem that win the ball high up the pitch again. Nancy Ammo just clipped from behind there. An opportunity for the Ghanaians to get some quality into the area now. Yame just couldn't resist having a nibble from behind. This was the lovely bit of play earlier. Nani El Haj into a good position. Fine strike as well, just hitting the upright, going the wrong side and out for a goal kick. Meanwhile, some defence to be done here for ASFAR. 10 minutes into the second half, Comfort Gaboa lifts the ball into the back post. And Ponsa, well, she almost ducked out of that one. Not sure she could have really done much with it anyway, just a little bit too much on that cross, I think. Comfort Gaboa. Darkoa, so proud of his players already with what they've achieved in this tournament. And even if they are going to lose this game, I mean, it looks like it at the moment. But that's far 2 goals up. And even if they were to lose, well, there's no shame in that. Stewart loses out on the near side there. Ball spread over to the right. Gaboa tries to play one into the channel, but yeah, a bit too much on that one. No chance for Tracy Twum to get onto that. The intention was good. Again, trying to play the way out from the back, and in fact, possibly lucky the ball had already gone out of play there, because Ophelia Amponsa pulled that ball down on the edge of the area. He'd been ready to pull the trigger. The officials deciding the ball had gone completely over the line. Someone's happy to be on camera. Nancy Ammo stands over this one. It'll be an in-swinger. Goes to the near post, headed away. Down low by Badgery. Ball comes back in. I think that was a shot, but that was not the best. That's far as we approach the hour mark and build up from the back once more. Looks like she might be in trouble here. She received the ball, immediately stopped, lifted it out of play. Now, we haven't seen any obvious contact, but must be a muscle gone somewhere. Approaching the hour mark, and it looks like ASFAR might be forced into their first substitution of the game here. Benzina, one of 7 players in the starting 11 today that also started for the first time as far in the 3rd, 4th place playoff 2 years ago. They beat the Kings. Looks like Ophelia Mponsa, the captain, is coming off, being replaced by Latifa Abasik. Was, I thought, actually quite impressive in her first action of the tournament in the previous game, in the semi-final. Sorry, her first start, rather, just 14 years of age. Abasik. Turned 15 until the 2nd of December. So Zina comes off as well. She has been replaced now by the number 20, Blessing Shaina Agbomadzi. Years of age, one of the younger players on this ASFAR side. Instructions for the ASFAR goalkeeper as well. The game's been played in a good spirit so far. There's not been really any niggle or anything like that. Little reshuttle by the looks of it of the back three as well, with Benzina had been playing on the right-hand side of that three, but it looks like Blessing Shine, number 20 there, who nearly miscontrolled one there, has been moved into the centre. Bukami moving to the right. This comes down to whoever's more comfortable in which position, really. Now, Hash brings the ball forward. She cuts inside as well. Looks like she fancies her coming through one goal, and then on the turn, Niame couldn't quite make the contact she wanted. Feeling that Ampem need to move the ball a little bit quicker when they do come forwards at times. Bring it into midfield, then it all just slows down a bit. Comfort Yaboa goes with the long. China just nods that back to the goalkeeper. Forward, stopped in her tracks at around about the halfway line. Shuri thinks about playing a 1-2, doesn't get the ball back though. Doing well to keep their defensive shape. Predominantly on the right-hand side as the game has gone on. ASFAR now not in any real hurry to do anything. They've got a 2-goal lead. They've got maybe about 30 minutes of play left in order to defend that 2-goal lead. don't look particularly keen on hitting a third at the moment. Ampem bring the ball forwards here. Comfort Yeboah again. Plants the ball in there long. It's well defended though by Bukami. 31-year-old central defender. Very calm there. Taking your time with the goal kick. Then decides to go long. Bowen does well to get that ball out there in the the shot comes in. It was an acute angle and the flag did go up eventually. It started from Comfort Yeboah bringing down a very difficult ball in the air. Yanyamaya, quite a lot offside to be fair. Offside flag going off this time against Mafia Niame. I think it was for a shove in the back, actually, of Owusu Ansah. Away. Looks like Amawako is going to hit this free kick long. Headed away by Shine. Gets a head on it. It's well one as well on the floor then by Niame. Ball goes all the way back to the ASFAR back three. Comes all the way back to Eremishi. Approaching the halfway mark in the second half, with ASFAR still with the 2-0 lead that they put together in the first half of this fourth place playoff. First touch pass didn't quite come off there, but ASFAR done well to win the ball back up the pitch again, and then it's just been given away and picked up in midfield by Abasik. Straight into the centre. The Ampem midfield, 14-year-old. Again, Eremishi just squeezing a few extra seconds off the clock every time she's in possession, and she's absolutely within her rights to do that. Slightly embarrassed small child there. Bukami under pressure from Yanyamaya. Shine. Opportunity to bring the ball forward, decided against it. Opportunity knocks here for ASFAR as the shot. Well, it was from an acute angle. It was well held in the end by Fatawa Shaitu. Long ball over the top. Comfort Yeboah beaten for pace. Shot from El Haj. Straight into the... El Haj, sorry, it was Mafia Niame, beg your pardon. as Ghislaine Chili goes down. What's happened here? Just as the Ghanaian player tried to pass the ball, her foot just brushed across the top of the boot. There, I think perhaps rightly not happy to see a free kick go against them there, as we've got 20 minutes left. Hard to know how you can perpetrate a foul when you're simply passing the ball. Anyway, ASFAR bring the ball forwards now. Driving run here from Ghislaine Shabak, and she thought about having the pop a goal from 30 yards out. Apologises to a couple of teammates who were in a decent position to receive the ball. Apologises for wasting an otherwise good-looking opportunity there. Mash finally forced backwards slightly by Tracy Twum, and then Owasuma. Do come forward with Owasuma. Support left and right. Plenty of players up here for the Ghanaians. Eventually, the foul comes in by, I think it was Najat Badri. He's having a little nibble from behind. And then we'll do up. Stay down here, looks like could be a bit of cramp. It is hot, it's just under 30 degrees, it's quite humid as well. Looks like Hudra Nestor, the 18-year-old forward, just warming up. Hasn't actually appeared yet in this tournament. Not involved, showing varying levels of gripness. There's that shot from 40 yards out, sails high wide, not very handsome. Intercepted by picked up by ASFAR in midfield. Tiamo there just a little bit too anxious to try and get a piece of the ball. Nice turn, by the way, by Ghislaine Shabak. Too good for Remo. Starting to see a little bit more of the ball, but you can't help thinking that ASFAR, they are a possession-based team. We've already seen with the second goal just how lethal they can be on the counter-attack. As the game goes on, you get the feeling that, Ampem are going to press forward. They're 2-0 down. It's a third, fourth place playoff. There's no prizes for no difference if they lose by 2-0 or 4-0. They might as well have a go. Ganya Maya gets to that ball first. Can't believe she hasn't got a corner. Mamadou has been replaced. We're into the last few minutes here. Another ASFAR player down. Niame jumped into a challenge there. All this will do is add time to the clock at the end of the game. Free kick going against the ASFAR player. Some of the spectators looking at more interested than others. So we're going to get another change then for ASFAR as Safa Banouk prepares to come on, the 23-year-old. Another forward player. A like-for-like replacement if she does come on for Niame. A substitution sheet. The fourth official ready to be introduced. Just looks like Mafia Niame was a little bit winded there as free kick results in a shot that sails way over the bar. So the stretcher crew coming back empty-handed. Niame waits to be invited back onto the pitch by our referee. ASFAR continue to boss possession even in their own third of the pitch. Reminder that it's around about 15 minutes left to play here. ASFAR Rabat 2-0 up. Oh, but they've given the ball away here in their own half, their own penalty area. That's a brilliant save by Aramishi. She came off her line. It was one-on-one, but there was another Ghanaian in the centre as well. The square pass was available, missed by Shine. Well, she went for the short side there. Surely she'd have been better off going. Row to the keeper's right, across the goalkeeper. The corner comes in, the keeper gets a good punch on that. Helped further away by Niame. Trying to have a shot there. That was pretty well blocked, as we just get confirmation there. Safa Banouk has come on for Mamadou. A bit of an argument over who has the throw-in. Eventually calms down. Crossfield ball. That's been just about intercepted by Niame. She couldn't quite bring it forward straight away, but she's given the ball away, but there's a foul against the Ghanaians over on that far side. The referee not happy here. The Moroccan player decided she wants to go down, having shown that she was fine. minutes to go. ASFAR defending a 2-goal lead. They've loved the third, but not going to happen with that long ball forward. No matter how much energy Safa Banouk has, having just come off the bench, still seeking her first touch. Really, apart from the possession stats, you look at everything else on the stat sheet, and the game looks relatively even. It doesn't feel like there's a huge amount between the two sides. I think we've had a clash of heads over there. It's Niame again in the wars, and it looks like Tracy Twum was the other one. And Niame has managed to roll from off the pitch to on the pitch. Was any contact with the head at all of Niame. New edicts from FIFA for this season. The plan would be to prevent too much time wasting going on. All this time simply gets added to the end of the game by the officials. It's not they're not winding down the clock at all here by doing this, players. Theory, any sort of time wasting, any hint of time wasting is punishable by a yellow card. Time for a milk break. To get in behind the defence, but Shine gets ahead in it, then gets the clearance as well. Perhaps making up for her error a few moments ago, which nearly led to a consolation goal for Ampem. ASFAR now really with very little ambition as far as coming forward is concerned, even though they do have a 2-goal lead, not a single goal. It's not really worth taking the risk, is it? Shine just dictates play from the centre of that back three. There's a little ball chipped over the top, and it looks like Amoako has played everyone on side here, and this could be 3, but the shot comes straight at the keeper. She half spills it. Grabs it at the second attempt at the feet of Nashat Badri. Niame it was. Put the ball back for Banouk. Couldn't quite get what she wanted on the shot. Good play over on that right side by Tracy Twum. Eventually the ball does just pop out of play. She hasn't had the space to operate in that we've seen in a number of their other games, as we have Mary Ampolson, the 17-year-old, about to come on. It's Nancy Amma who comes off, so an attacking substitution here by Nana Jo Darkoa. Headed through here, there's another great opportunity for ASFAR to make it 3. Well, the cross come shot from Najat Badri, half blocked, eventually goes into the hands of Fatal Ashetu. Morsua tries to bring the ball forward, but then she is dispossessed by El Haj. Morsua tries to win the ball back, but slightly late on El Haj. The referee says play on. Getting a little bit tiresome now. Amounts of injury timeouts we're having. Haj is right next to the sideline there. She could just move a yard and let the game get on. Tracy Twum is also getting some treatment there for Ampem. Sewer, in fact, getting the first yellow card of the match for that challenge. We'll get another replay in a minute. It's not really been one of those games, has it, where it hasn't really been a sort of a nasty edge to it at all. Confirmation that Jennifer Owusu. It's the yellow card. Here's the replay. I'll make of that what you will. So we feel a little bit peeved about picking up that booking. Spread out to the right-hand side, or left-hand side rather, for ASFAR. Now they switch the play. Shabak takes that down nicely. ASFAR player down again. The referee this time choosing to ignore Al-Haj. That's not Al-Haj. I think that's Al-Badri. There it is. Another injury timeout. More time to be added to the end of the 90. Appeared to be a huge amount in that challenge. The ASFAR players, I think, now very much in the mode where they just want to eat up the clock as much as possible. Must be a little bit frustrated. He won't feel that his side have really been a 2-0. 2 goals worse than their opponents in this game. Shine just shepherds that ball out of play. It's looking like, just as they did 2 years ago, ASFAR are going to take 3rd place in this tournament. The 3 editions, never worse than 3rd. 3rd in 2021, won the whole thing last year. 3rd again this year. The only team that can say they've done better than that would be the Mamelodi Sundowns, who won the inaugural edition, then lost to ASFAR in the final last year. They're now in the final again this year. Still holding a little bit after contact, and now Owusu tries to get in behind Shine. Uses her body well, gets in the way, lets the ball drift out for a goal kick. Nicely brought down by Tracy Twum, who's been a little bit quiet in this second half, but now the ball chipped in and the header from Ampem. Difficult to find the target from that sort of angle, though, with the ball coming from that direction as well. It's nicely brought down here, good ball in, but difficult to get that header right. All about the timing. Brings ball forward, but pass inside is intercepted. Now there's a big yawning gap in the defence where Yeboah was, and that was a very important challenge coming across from the defender. 6 minutes of time added on at the end of the 90 then. Given away, sloppy by Ameoko. The Ame couldn't take advantage on this occasion. Well, that was nearly 3-0. Abasin, 14-year-old, plays the ball long, looking for the run over Owasua, and she does get there ahead of El Haj. Haj sticking to her like glue at the moment. The ball eventually comes in, headed away under pressure by Rabat. Still not cleared though, and then the shot comes in. It's been miskicked, deflected. Claims for a handball from the Ghanaians. Well, if there is a handball, then the VAR will look at it. Ooh, well, yes. Maybe there is something to be answered there, because that hand was not in a natural position. VAR appears to have ignored it. Ball given away. Apaya. Ball into Ponsa. Gets the ball back in play. No matter what happens to Ampem Darkoa now, it's been a fantastic journey into the semi-finals. They've created some fantastic moments during the tournament. The opening round of fixtures win against today's opponents, ASFAR, which really set the group alight, Group B. Yes, they were ended a 3-0 beating by AS Mande, but then they bounced back from that to beat the Hurricanes 3-1 in their third and final group game. Owasua has obviously taken the contact here. Shabak, the one getting a talking to. Grabbed the shirt a number of times there. A little bit surprised if Owasua got a yellow card earlier for much less than that. There isn't a yellow card coming the other way as Abasin makes the tackle with a shot. Kick from the goalkeeper. Tied it up in midfield by Ampem. Try to come forwards again. That's then been tidied up nicely though by Naja Badri. Really the writing on the wall in this one. The moment that second goal went in on the stroke of half-time for ASFAR. In the second half they've just been able to sit back, control the game really. Goes against Ampem there for the challenge. Safa Banouk on the free kick. Taken quickly here, and it could open up just for a moment here for ASFAR, but a slightly heavy touch from Fatima Damos, of all people, who spent the entire game sat in front of the back three. Suddenly broke forward and nearly made it 3-0 in the closing moments here. Zeramishi comes out of her area to put that ball into touch. Suansa gets past El Hadj, cuts back, gets the ball to Owasua. The cross, scorpion kicked away. Navasict as well to win the ball now. Comfort Yaboa slings a high ball into the area, headed back across goal by Owasua. And then the shot comes in again, and it's been dragged wide by Yanyamaya. That could be the last chance for Ampem Darkoa. The Ghanaian players asking for a foul there in the D. Best of goal kicks from Eremishi. Been a cornerstone of this ASFAR defence for many years, 34 years of age now. And in fact, that was the final kick of the match. And it's ASFAR from Rabat that have beaten Ampem Darkoa here by 2-0 to claim third place and the bronze medal. The 2023 CAF Women's African Champions League. So they haven't come and managed to retain the trophy which they so wanted to do, ASFAR, but they have claimed third place after their disappointment of defeat in the semi-final against the Mamelodi Sundowns. Goals from Mafia Niame and Ghislaine Shabak in the first half, enough to get the job done for the Moroccan side. ASFAR, who dominate Moroccan women's football, 8 consecutive League titles there. They were too good for Ampem Darkoa today, having lost to the same opponents in their opening game of the tournament. A loss that meant that they did not win Group B, and they ended up then against the Mamelodi Sundowns in the semi-final rather than the final that they would have been hoping for. But the players now recovering from that disappointment, looking like they're enjoying that bronze medal. For Ampem Darkoa, well, so near but yet so far. So close to making it to the final, only going out on penalties in the 5th round of kicks as well against Sporting Club Casablanca, as Mohamed Amine Aliou congratulates his players. Sporting applause as well from Ampem Darkoa. They've been a credit to their league and their country as well, the way they've represented here Côte d'Ivoire. And it's a young team that will only get better and better and better. Did take ASFAR 33 minutes to take the lead in this one. It a deflected shot, looped up in the air, fooled the goalkeeper. She came for it, flapped for it, missed it completely. Mafia Niame made no mistake with the finish. That puts Ampem Darkoa under pressure. They responded well, nearly got back on level terms with a couple of fantastic chances, but Khadija Eremishi was in fine form between the posts for ASFAR. And then on the stroke of half-time, a clinical counter-attack to Ghislaine Shabak, make it 2-0. That really, at the end of the day, was that. And here is the scorer of that second goal.
Félicitations, capitaine. Bravo. Ok, il n'y a pas de souci pour la traduction. Bravo, j'imagine que c'est pour vous un grand honneur d'être élue femme du match de ce dernier match de la ASFAR dans cette Ligue des Championnes, surtout quand on sait que l'an dernier, vous n'avez pas pris part au match.
انا فرحانه بزاف بالفيكتوار، هذه اهم حاجه. دونك خدينا 3 بلاص، حاجه اللي صراحه تفرحنا. كنا جايين طامحين باش نوصلوا للفينال، ما ربي ما بغاش، ما كتبش لينا هذه المره. ان شاء الله غنتعلموا بزاف من هاد ليديسيون هذه باش نكونوا ان شاء الله واجدين في لا بروشين فوا ان شاء الله.
Elle est très très heureuse pour avoir arraché la médaille de bronze. C'est vrai qu'il est un peu déçu parce qu'on n'a pas arraché, on n'a pas abouti à la finale. Mais pour elle, elle dit que c'est une bonne leçon. Donc on doit être très très préparé pour la saison prochaine, Inch'Allah.
Alors dites-nous... Ah bah voilà. Ok. Dites-nous, elle s'annonce comment la fête? Elle s'annonce comment? Qu'est-ce qui va se passer après?
حنا غادي نفرحوا بهاد 3 بلاص. كيف قلت لك، ميم سي حنا كنا طامحين باش نفرحوا كثار ونوصلوا للفينال، مي معليش حنا غادي نفرحوا اليوم النهار ديالنا، ربحنا نستاهلوا هذا الربح هذا، دونك غادي نفرحوا كوم يلفو ان شاء الله.
Félicitations encore une fois, capitaine.
Il dit qu'une médaille de bronze, une médaille de plus, ça fait toujours plaisir, même s'il a bien espéré qu'elle soit en or. Mais bon, ça n'empêche pas qu'on va célébrer la 3e place. Même si, d'après elle, même si on mérite beaucoup mieux. Mais bon, peut-être que la saison prochaine, Inch'Allah, on ira en finale.
His team deserve more than they got, but they have to be happy with what they have, and some of them certainly do look happy, don't they? They'll be back tomorrow night to pick up those bronze medals after tomorrow night's final. So confirmation then of the final statistics there. ASFAR, say, dominating possession, but Ampem creating plenty of opportunities. They did find, though, Khadija Eremishi in fine form between the posts. Perhaps struggled a little bit at the other end with Fatawa Shaitu restored to goalkeeping duties after being dropped after the first 2 matches. As the coach cycled through all 3 goalkeepers as starters in their 5 matches through this tournament. The actually possession going slightly towards Ampem at the end. It was closer to 70-30 through most of the match. But you see there, the total attempts just the same between the 2. ASFAR, though, just that bit more clinical, bit more composed in the final third. Obviously, they had all the experience as well that Ampem Darkoa simply do not. And so, 3rd place has been decided. ASFAR, 3rd for the 2nd time in 3 years, and now all eyes will go to tomorrow afternoon's final, rather, by the way, the match having been brought forward 3 hours from its original kick-off time, as the Mamelodi Sundowns go for a 2nd title in 3 years against this year's surprise package, Sporting Club Casablanca. We will, of course, be bringing you coverage of that match live tomorrow afternoon. Meanwhile, though, here this evening, ASFAR have beaten Ampem Darkoa by 2-0 to claim the bronze medals, which they will pick up at tomorrow night's closing ceremony.